Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. How are all of you? Okay, alhamdulillah. How was your groups? And I hope that in your groups you reviewed the homework, right? The homework was, somebody tell me, what did you do in groups? It's not clear? Okay, that should be better. Right, you went over the exercises. So you went over exercises 1, 2, and 3 on lesson number 5, right? Ad-Dars al-Khamis. Now, do you guys have any questions about the first 5 lessons we did before we move on to the 6th? La, okay. Yeah, I guess you can't name a boy Amina. Okay, so no questions? Good, mashallah, okay. So we will move on to the next lesson. Okay, and you guys can look on the computer now. We're going to be following right along with the computer, on the computer screen. So let's look over here. What lesson number is this? It's the 6th one, right? We're not on the 5th one anymore. So we're on the 6th lesson. Ad-Dars al-Sadisu. Ad-Dars al-Sadisu. So you guys can say that. Sadisu means 6, the 6th. Yes, you guys can stop writing. It's a little bit disruptive. So Ad-Dars al-Sadisu means the 6th lesson, the lesson 6. Okay. So in this lesson, I'm going to tell you we're going to learn a little bit about pronouns. Do you guys know what pronouns are? Yes, things like my, things like, yes, damir, that's the Arabic word for it, right? In Arabic, damir is pronoun. Damir, that's how you spell it. Yes, and what damir is used for, a pronoun, it's used to replace a noun. So damir, it could be, give me an example of a damir. Give me an example of a pronoun. This means pronoun. Pronoun. Oh. Pronoun, right? We, he, she, I, right? And then in Arabic we also have other pronouns like possessive pronouns. Do you guys know what possessive pronouns are? Possessive words. So things, you guys, my, right? Things like my, things like her, things like his, right? So when you say things like, somebody asks you, is this your book? Who does the book belong to? To me, right? If I was saying, this is Sister Rohina's book, who does the book belong to? It belongs to Rohina, right? Okay, we're just going over what pronouns are, right? So basically, you know, a pronoun is something that replaces the other person, right? So things like me replaces I. Things like she. When I say like she is happy, I could be talking about Aflaha. I could be talking about Afra, right? So she. Things like that. Do you understand what a pronoun is? Things that replace a noun? In this lesson, we're going to learn about pronouns like things that replace people. In this case, in this lesson, we're going to learn about a possessive pronoun for me. So if I wanted to talk about my bedroom, so I would use my, right? My is the pronoun that we're going to be using. That's basically all you have to know. So in this lesson, we're going to learn about my. My. Well, that's what we're going to learn right now. So before we keep on talking about this anymore, let's just read the sentence. How about that? You guys will understand it. My, oh my. Yes, like my house, my book, my pen. Yes. So let's look at the first sentence. هذا بيت. هذا بيت. So I want you to look at this. You guys know what هذا بيت is, right? هذا means this, بيت means a house, right? You guys have seen that tons of times. So هذا بيت means this is a house. So I want you guys to keep it clear, a house. You remember how all those times in the previous lessons I would always ask what tanween means, right? Since lesson 1 we've been learning this, and I would always be like, oh, what is tanween? Right? Tanween talks about a house. In this lesson we're going to learn how to say my house. So let's look at the next sentence. هذا بيتي. Let's read it. هذا بيتي. هذا بيتي. What is different? We see هذا, so هذا must mean this. This. But then what is different about the بيتun? There's no tanween this time. There's no tanween. What else is different? Yes, there's a ti at the end of it. In this time we see a ti, a kasra. What about, there's not only a kasra, what else is there? What other letter is different? The ya. The ya is there. So in this sentence, Beiti means what? I haven't really told you yet, but I think that you guys can guess, because I told you what we're going to be learning about. Yes, Beiti means my house. So Beiti means my house. So Hada Beiti, what does that mean? It means this is my house. Okay, so Afsaha, do you understand the difference between Baytun and Bayti? There's a ya at the end of it, right? You see a kasra and a ya. So Bayti means my house. Whenever you see an e, you see my. Yes, basically you're combining two words. The first sentence means this is a house. So Baytun means a house, Bayti means my house. Okay, I will write. So, okay, so I'll just write Baytun. Yes, I think some of you were saying before that Baytun, remember when we were doing it and I kept on telling you it means like not specific? Sorry, it's kind of difficult to write on this. Okay. Yes, Baytun means a house. And then Bayti, this is basically, there's two parts to this. Baytun plus ya. So Baytun means a house. Here, I shouldn't write the tanween on it now because we're changing it. Baytun is a house, a bayt is a house, and then when you add a ya to it, it means my house. Okay? So whenever you see the yi, like something e, like the kasra is going on the letter before it. So Bayti means my house. So the Bayt is the house part. And when you see the kasra ya, the e, what does that change it to? Yes, it changes it to my house. Okay, yes, you still use that hada and dhalika for house. You don't change it, even if you're a girl. Even if you were talking like my house, I would still use hada bayti. Okay? Because hada is referring to the house, not who the house is owning it. Yes, you can type up your questions. I will read them. Okay, I'm going to ask you guys a question, and I want you guys to think about it. Why isn't there a tanween anymore? Could I say hada bayti yun? Yes, I couldn't say it, right? Because it would mean my house. That doesn't make sense, right? Basically, remember the tanween, it meant not specific. It could mean my house, your house, his house, right? It's not specific, it's just a house. Right? But in this case, what are we doing? We're making it specific, right? We're making it so that it's my house. It's not just any house. So it's my house now. So bayti. Okay? Yes, so in one case we were learning about unspecific a house. It could be anybody's house, just a house. And in this case we're learning about a specific house, my house. Okay? So does anybody have any questions now? La? Do you all understand? I'll give you guys a quick quiz. So what if I wanted, you guys know what kitab is? Kitabun means a book, right? You guys knew, you knew that, right? Kitabun means a book. What if you wanted to say my book? Kitabi. Yes. So let me write it right up here. So kitab. So let's say we wanted to write kitab means a book. Kitabun. But this time I wanted to change it to my house. So what am I going to add? So yes, I'm going to add a ya. And what else am I going to add? So I'm going to add, what am I going to add to the ba? Good, I take off, here's step number 1. Take off the tanween. Step 1 is take off the tanween, so now it's kitab. Good, add a kasra. And then the last step is ya. So what was the 3 steps? Now what is the final word that we have? What is the final word? Kitabi. And the kitabi means my book. So what were the 3 steps? First you had kitabun, which meant a book. Then what did you do to it? Kitabun meant a book. You took off the you took off the tanween. You added a kasra. And you added a ya. So then your final word is kitabi. Kitabi. So my house was bayti. My book was kitabi. What about... Okay. So is everybody following me? Naam? Good. Good, mashallah. Okay, with practice it'll get easier. I promise. So one last one and we'll move on to the third sentence. What if I wanted to say my pen? So qalamun meant a pen. What is my pen? Good, qalami. So I took off the tanween, added a kasra to the meme. Yes, I can write that. I'm going to write it on the side, okay? Because I don't have any room on that side. So I have qalamun. If I had a tanween right there, so I want to take off the un, right? I want to add a kasra to what letter? What am I going to add a kasra to? The meme. Yes, I'm going to add it to the last letter. Sorry, I didn't catch the question. Please type it up again. Qalamun, so I'm going to add a meme, and then I'm going to add a ya. Inshallah, we will have a break after this class. So what is my final word that I have? Qalami. So qalami means my pen. Okay, a tanween is this right here. I'm going to write it right here. This is a tanween. Okay, so inshallah we'll learn that too. It's very easy to say, like, you know, this isn't my pen. The tanween is right up here. This is a tanween. So qalamun means a pen. Qalami means my pen. Okay. I'll teach you. Okay, so how did you say this is not a like? How did we say no? This. Okay. When will we learn? We will learn al soon. Okay. So hada baiti meant my house. Right? Hada baiti meant this is my house. Let's look at the next sentence. Let's read it together in Arabic. Baiti saghirun. Baiti saghirun. So what does baiti mean? After you take off the tanween, you add a kasra and you add a ya. So you know how I wrote qalam in red? I added the kasra and the ya. So that's qalami. So baiti means my house. So good, my house. And now we have a new word. We have a saghirun. Saghirun means small. Saghirun means small. So that's a new word that we learned. So baiti means my house. Saghirun means small. Baiti, my house. Saghirun, small. So that's not a full sentence in English, right? My house, small. Remember when we did hadva baitun? And technically, if you just translate it, it means this a house, right? Hadha baitun, this a house. But we added an is, right, to make it make sense in English. So this is a house. In this sentence, baiti saghirun, baiti my house, saghirun small, but we add an is. Right here, implied is. So what does the full sentence mean? Baiti, my house, saghirun, small. What is the full sentence in English? Yes, my house is small. Just like the same way that we wrote hadha baitun, hadha meant this, baitun a house, and we added an is. Same thing, baiti, my house, saghirun, small, and we add an is. My house is small. Do you all understand? Okay, if you really want to know, to say my house is big, you say baiti kabirun, but you don't have to know that yet. My house is small, baiti saghirun. What is saghirun? It's something that you use to describe, right? Yes, I know, we get curious sometimes. I know you always want to find out the words that you would use, right? Adjectives, yes, it's an adjective. Let's look at the next sentence. صغير is small. So the same kind of sentence. بيتي جميل. Just like we had بيتي صغير, بيتي جميل. Beiti, what does Beiti mean? Just Beiti. Beiti means my house, right? My house, Beiti, my house. And then Jamilun. Jamilun means beautiful. Yes, you guys knew that one, right? Have you heard that name before? Like Jamil, Jamal, like, you guys have heard those kinds of names. So it means beautiful. Beautiful. So, Beiti Jamilun, what does that mean? Good, Sister Fatima got it. My house is beautiful. So, Beiti, my house. Jamilun, beautiful. So, Beiti Jamilun is my house is beautiful. Do you have any questions? Why does it have a tanween? Okay, it's going to be a little bit, we'll learn that later, but whenever you describe something, like you want to put an adjective here and you want to make it a sentence, you will have a tanween on it. Okay, is just implied. There's no specific word for it in English, but it is implied. Yes, Beiti Jamilun means my house is beautiful. Let's look at the last sentence. The same kind of sentence, right? Do you have any questions? So it's there to make sense. Sister Alma, I didn't quite understand your question. Please type it up again, and inshallah I'll read it again. So, Beiti nadifun, nadifun, that's the last sentence. Beiti nadifun. Beiti, what's Beiti? Okay, Jazakallah khair, Brother Ashir. I didn't quite yes, is just there to make sense, basically. In English, when we want to say how to translate it, we use is. Okay, Beiti means my house, just like before. And nadifun, nadifun means clean. I know some of you already know this. I'm very impressed. Nadifun means clean. Sorry, you can't really read that. I'm sorry. Beiti nadifun means my house is clean. Yes, you guys are very geniuses. I'm very impressed if you guys are understanding this. It's, mashallah, it's something that's not very easy. So, Beiti nadifun means my house is clean. Smart geniuses, yes. Do you have any questions? We just went over all of these sentences. We learned how to say my. We learned how to use an adjective. And question. The homework, yes. The homework is going to be exercises 1, 2, and 3. I'll go over the directions and we'll do one of them together. And the rest you will do for homework. I promise you it's not hard. Okay, inshallah, if you don't have the books, please just email. Inshallah, you'll get the books soon. You can follow along with us on the screen, and you can understand the exercises. Inshallah, when you do get your books, you can do the exercises when you get them. Okay, so I think you guys don't have any questions. Really quickly, before we go over, how do you say, let's see, what are the, daftarun, right? What does daftarun mean? This is just a really quick quiz. Notebook, good. How do I say my notebook? Daftarun meant a notebook. How do I say my notebook? Good, mashallah, good. Yes, you guys got it. It is daftari. How would you say pen with my pen? So we went over this. Qalam is a pen. Qalami is my pen. Good. MashaAllah, you guys are answering it. So basically, okay. Basically you add E. You add the kasra ya. Okay. So you guys ready to look over the homework? To make my, yes. Sister Amo, you add a kasra ya for my. Sorry, I didn't catch that last question. What is my masjid? Do you guys want to, if somebody who can answer that, what is my masjid? Good, yes. My masjid, if a masjid is masjidun, my masjid is going to be masjidi. You guys got it. You just add the E, masjidi. Okay, the first exercise. I think somebody was looking over it already. I saw that. The first exercise is going to be, you have to change it just like we were doing before. When I was asking you to change kitabun to kitabi, you're going to read the sentence. It's going to tell you a sentence like Hadha kitabun. Instead of changing it to this is a house, you're going to change it to this is my house. So how would you do that? Hadha, can we please stop moving the exercises? Okay, there we go. So the first one was Hadha kitabun. Right? Kitabun was a house. And change it to my house. And I know you guys already told me this. It is kitab B, yes. Oh, I forgot a dot. Kitab B. Yes, good. So you guys understand how to do that? You add the kasra ya. Oh, did I say house? I'm sorry. I think I was doing a different example and I suddenly changed. I'm sorry. Yes, basically you just add a kasra ya to the end of the word. And make sure you take off the tanween, because that wouldn't make sense. Because the tanween means a house. You can't really have both. Good. So you guys understand how to do this? We did all of these examples in class. We did daftarun, we did qalamun, we did masjidun, right? So I want you to read the sentence to yourself too. Like say hadha daftarun, and then change it to hadha whatever. I'm not going to give you the answer. Okay. So let's look on to exercise number 2. Oh, I forgot the dot. I'm sorry. The dots are hard to draw. Jazakallah khair for pointing it out. Okay, the next exercise is going to be to fill in the blanks. Another fill in the blank one. And this time you're going to fill it in with whatever adjective you want to use. Remember how we learned some adjectives? We learned saghirun. We learned, what else did we learn? Saghirun meant small, yes. What other adjectives did we learn? Good, we learned jamalun, which meant what? Beautiful, good. And we learned clean. What was clean again? In Arabic, what was clean? We learned that one too. Nadhifun, yes. Nadhifun meant clean. Okay, class is going to be over very, very soon. So inshallah, just hold on until then. The red dots just mean example. Like this is the example that we're going to follow. So the example was Bayti saghirun. Basically, it's giving you what you're talking about. Jazakallah khair, you guys are the best students I've had. So basically, you're going to give the adjective. You're going to fill in the blank with whatever adjective you want to say. So let's do an example. Which one do you want to do? What's your favorite number? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3. Okay, we'll do 3. So we'll do the kitabi. I'm not sure why this keeps on moving. Kitabi. What do you want to say about the kitabi? Describe it for me. What does your book look like? It's clean? MashaAllah, it's clean. So you want to say the book, my book is clean? So how would you say that? Kitabi is my book, and I want to say clean. You want to say clean? Okay. Yes, nadhifun. So I'm going to say my book is sorry, that's a bad noon. Nadhifun. The dots are killing me. The dots, they keep on, they're hard to draw. Nadhifun. So nadhifun was our adjective. It meant clean. Kitabi nadhifun. Kitabi jadidun. Oh, mashallah, you guys know a new adjective too. That is right, Sister Amina? You could say that, Kitabi jadidun. It means the book is new. But inshallah, if you guys don't know that, it's fine. That's an extra vocab learn. And inshallah, we'll learn more vocab so you can describe anything you want. Like you can say, my house is big, my house is small, my house is anything you want. Okay? So inshallah, you guys will learn more of these adjectives and you can do anything. Yes. Exercise number 3, it's right here on the screen, is going to be another fill in the blank. Okay? So basically, read the example. This is the example right here. You have to write some adjectives. Okay. So inshallah, we will end class now with our dua. So reminders, next class is going to be on Tuesday, 7 o'clock. Okay? So inshallah, we'll say the dua now. Subhanaka Allahumma wa bihamdik, nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta, nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilayk. Okay, inshallah, if you don't have a book, that's fine. Your homework is exercise number 1 and 2. And we will have class on Tuesday. So don't worry about exercise 3. We didn't get there yet. Don't worry about exercise 3. Okay. So, alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.